Another great topic to discuss with you guys. Thank y'all for tapping in with your boy. It is me, Brother DSP, your friendly neighborhood media personality. And you're now tapped into Onslaught Multimedia. Thank you for tuning into the channel. If you're brand new here, please subscribe and turn on those post notifications because I'm trying to make this channel something to be recognized on this YouTube platform. As you can see, I'm a very small channel. I don't have too many views. I don't have too many subscribers, but I'm really going to clamp down on this YouTube thing now. And I'm inspired. So let's get to the topic at hand. LeBron James is not the best player in the NBA. Straight like that. This is not to slight the man. This is not to disrespect his legacy. This is not to disrespect what he's done in the NBA. You know, the championships he's won, the awards he's accumulated. I'm not worried about that. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about last year, in my opinion, and based on what I've put together, LeBron James is not the best player in the NBA. He's not. The winners of the said award, it was a tie. It was between Kevin Durant, my guy, and Giannis Antetokounmpo. You know what I mean? So I'm here to prove that, hey, maybe that isn't off. Maybe they do have a point. I'm bringing you numbers. You know what I mean? The 2020 stats, and I took five legitimate guys that people always talk about as being the top guy in the league. And we started comparing their numbers. As far as the eye test go, you got to go back and watch the games. As far as the eye test goes, LeBron James hasn't been the best player in the league since 2017. Straight like that. You know what I mean? I'm not going that far back. I'm just going to be getting the 2020 stats, and then I'm going to, elaborate on why I feel the way I do. So, enough of this intro. Let's get into it. Oh, before that, please, I probably said it, but I'm going to say it again. Subscribe to the channel, turn on the post notifications, and if you like this video, you know what to do. Like the video. Also, check out the other content on the channel as well. I have my podcast on there, very old episodes of the podcast on there that were visuals. Some other content. I got some Kwame Brown content that you can check out as well. Just tap in with me, man. Now, let's get into the topic at hand. Ooh, I mean, this was a very hot topic. I believe the news broke on either Thursday or Friday of last week. I'm not sure the exact date. But there was a report out there that LeBron James received 0 votes. 0 votes. I need y'all to hear that. 0. Z-E-R-O votes for LeBron James being the best player in the league. And at first I was like, I don't disagree with that. You know what I mean? I'm like, I don't disagree with that. He's, to me, from the eye test, because I watch a lot of hoops. From the eye test alone, yes, LeBron James is a good player. He can play the game. You know what I mean? Is he at the level he was at, say, 6 to 8 years ago? Hell no. And this is why I can say that LeBron is not the best player in the league right now. You know what I mean? To a lot of people, they're looking at that as, oh, they hating, or the league people are wilding. You're talking about analysts, people that look at the numbers, people that see the games. Some of y'all, I know y'all don't watch the games. Some of y'all just watch the highlights and think that, hey, there it is. That's why he's the greatest of all time. It's like, nah, he's not. You know what I mean? I've heard people say LeBron James is in their top 3. Rightfully so. It's their top 3. It's subjective. I can't tell them how to feel. I can't tell them about their opinion. But I can tell you that I usually hear I usually hear Jordan, Kobe, and then LeBron. And I'm like, but what about Tim Duncan? Tim Duncan is highly decorated, like 15-time all-defensive team. Like, come on, 15 times. And let's not talk about his chips. Let's not talk about his all-star appearances. You know what I mean? And that's just me talking about Tim Duncan and people having LeBron James in their top 3. And like I said before, they're entitled to that. That's their opinion. They can have LeBron in their top 3. But I would argue that Tim Duncan should be there before him. At least Tim Duncan. You know what I mean? But hey, that's everyone's opinion. But the topic at hand is LeBron James not being the best player in the NBA. Let's pick five people, top five players in the NBA right now. Of course, let's put LeBron James in that conversation, right? After that, you got to throw in Steph Curry, right? You definitely have to throw in the defending champ Giannis. Then you have to put in Kawhi Leonard, and of course, my guy KD. You know what I'm saying? And when you look at the numbers, the voting isn't off. It's not off. I believe the top two players that won or tied at the best player in the league is Kevin Durant and Giannis. Giannis Antetokounmpo. Hopefully I said that right. I don't know. Greek freak. There it is. But that's who tied for the best player in the league. So I'm like, you know what? I'm a numbers guy. You know what I'm saying? I know what I've seen. Like, I know what I've seen. I know that when I watch LeBron's not playing at the same level he was playing on, let's say, when he was in Miami or when he was in Cleveland playing with Kyrie. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's not playing at that level no more. That's just human nature. That's the way the body works. You know what I mean? Yes, your mind might be sharper, but your body can't do the things that it used to do, especially if you played at a high level for over, 18 years he's been playing? This is about to be his 19th year. So let's get into the numbers, right? First, let's get into LeBron James. Let's get into his 2020 stats. All right? Because I believe that's what the voting was based on. They based it on the stats of last year and I guess what they're projected to do this year. I'm just going to base it off the stats of 2020, the entire season. 2020 stats, points per game, 25. This is LeBron James stat line This is LeBron James' stat line I'm about to say. 25 points per game, 7.7 rebounds per game, 7.8 assists per game, 1.1 steals per game, 0.6 blocks per game, 51.3% from the field, and 36.5% from three-point. Next up, my guy, Kevin Durant, 26.9 points per game, 7.1 rebounds per game, 5.6 assists per game, 0.7 steals per game, 1.3 blocks per game, 53.7 from the field goal, and 45% from three-point. Kawhi Leonard, 24.8 points per game, 6.5 rebounds per game, 5.2 assists per game, 1.6 steals per game, 0.4 blocks per game, 51.2 from the field, and 39.8 from three-point land, right? Giannis, Greek freak, 28.1 points per game, 11 rebounds per game, 5.9 assists per game, 1.2 steals per game, 1.2 blocks per game, 56.9 from the field, and 30.3% from three-point. And, of course, Steph Curry, right? 32 points per game, 5.5 rebounds per game, 5.8 assists per game, 1.2 steals per game, 0.1 blocks per game, 48.2 from the field, and 42.1 from three-point land, right? Now you heard those numbers. Do you after hearing those numbers, do you still have LeBron as the best player in the league, right? Because I already spoken on the eye test. You guys can deny it if you want. The LeBron fans, I'm sure I'm probably gonna get a bunch of hate in the comments. Maybe not. I'm not a large channel, but whenever you speak on LeBron James, and especially this topic at hand, because it's really, really hot right now, you're gonna get some haters. You know what I'm saying? But this is not no LeBron James hate. You have to understand we're not speaking about his career. We're not speaking about his legacy. We're talking about, is he the best player in the league right now? And for you to think that, that's kind of bonkers. Just a little, you know what I'm saying? But like I said, if it's based on your opinion, fine. You're entitled to that. I'm not going to argue your opinion. But if we're talking like numbers, eye test, being objective, no emotions, nothing like that, realize that we're not speaking about his legacy. We're speaking about 2021, 2022 season. Is he going to be the best player in the league that season? And I'm going to say no. He wasn't even the best player in 2020. To be honest, if I want to be real, LeBron hasn't been the best player in the league, I'm going to say, since 2017. For the last 4 years. he hasn't been the best player. And I know that's going to rock a lot of people. They're going to be like, oh, you're bugging. You're bugging. You're bugging. And I'm like, no, I'm not. I'm not. LeBron needed help to win that championship. LeBron couldn't do it by himself. He can't do that no more. You know what I'm saying? Let's keep it 100. LeBron cannot do it by himself anymore. All right, now let's look at this, right? Out of all the stats that I mentioned, points per game. You want to know where LeBron lands in points per game out of the 5 players I mentioned? He's 4th overall. Of course, number 1 is Steph Curry. Number 2 is Giannis. Number 3 is KD. Number 4 is LeBron. And number 5 is Kawhi. Right? That's points per game. You know what I mean? Not even number 1 in that, right? Rebounds per game. We already know who's number 1 in that. Giannis at 11 per game. You know what I'm saying? LeBron, 2nd place. I'll give him that. LeBron does get after it on the boards. Not like he should, but that's another conversation. He should be at the 9 mark, 9 point something mark, but that's just me. That's my opinion, right? But 3rd is KD, 7.1. 4th is Kawhi at 6.5. And Steph Curry is 5th. Now, this is where you'll have an argument, but that doesn't make him the best player in the league. LeBron is 1st in assists per game out of those 5, 7.8. We all know that is LeBron's gift. He has the ability to see the floor and make the pass. You know what I mean? That's LeBron's gift. 2nd is Giannis at 5.9. 3rd is Steph Curry at 5.8. 4th is KD at 5.6. And Kawhi, 5th at 5.2. Steals per game. This was very close, but LeBron was not 1st in steals per game. Of course, you guys should know who's 1st in steals per game. Kawhi Leonard, 1.6 at steals. There was a tie for 2nd between Giannis and Steph, 1.2. 3rd is LeBron at 1.1, and KD's 4th at 0.7. Right? And now we go to blocks per game. Number 1 is Kevin Durant. Who would have thought? At 1.3. Number 2 is Giannis at 1.2. 3rd is LeBron at 0.6. 4th is Kawhi at 0.4. And, of course, last is Steph Curry, 0.1. Now, field goal percentage, right? A lot of people like to equate this to greatness. LeBron's not even 1st place in field goal percentage. Y'all know all the vibes. It's Giannis, 56.9. 2nd is my guy, Kevin Durant. 3rd, LeBron. And 4th is Kawhi Leonard. And 5th is Steph Curry. He takes a lot of shots. You know what I mean? So that's why I see that percentage at that point. And then 3-point field goals. Y'all know LeBron is not a 3-point shooter, so don't expect him to be high. Of course, probably the worst 3-point shooter than LeBron is Giannis. Giannis is not known for his threes. He's not known for having a jump shot, period. So after going by these numbers, the only category LeBron led in is assists per game. That's the only category he led in. As for the guys that won the best players in the league, they, I believe, led in 2 categories. Giannis led in rebounds, and he also led in field goal percentage. KD, I believe, led in blocks and 3-point percentage. You know what I'm saying? To me, in my opinion, the best player in the league right now, to me, is Kevin Durant. Straight like that. Durantula is the overall best player in the league right now. I'll give it to Giannis as a close 2nd. You know what I mean? And then I would put Curry, then Kawhi, and then LeBron. I don't have LeBron as the best player in the NBA right now. Don't crucify me. It's just my opinion. I can't even say it's my opinion. It's me looking at it objectively. Because when I stated that LeBron wasn't the best player in the league before the reports came out, I didn't look at any of the numbers. I was just basing it on the games I was watching. And from what I saw, LeBron wasn't the best player on the in the entire league. You're bugging. He's not. Is he top 5, top 10? Yes, absolutely. He's LeBron James. Is his legacy solidified? Absolutely. But that doesn't mean that he's going to be the best player in the league because he has a great legacy. Was Michael Jordan the best player in the league when he was playing on the Washington Wizards? Hell no. Come on, man. Let's keep it 100. Let's keep it 100. Let's keep it 100, y'all. Be real with yourself. Thank y'all for watching this, man. Please be sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on those post notifications if you're not mad at me. You know what I'm saying? There's tons more coming. It's going to be sports-oriented, life-oriented. I'm just going to continue to give y'all content until I'm ready to blog. I'm going to start blogging in October. I'm just trying to get my setup right. So, thank y'all for tuning in. I'm out of here, y'all. Peace.